Good evening, I'm Israel. How many of you tonight know what is written in the Tanakh? Elohim spoke, and it is written, "How long will you wander, virgin daughter Israel?" So how long will you wander, Am Israel? Is the pathway that you are walking on one that Elohim has shown you? When you rise up in the morning, do you know his salvation? When you walk through the day, do you walk in righteousness? Do you, like David, walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear nothing? Or do you chase after your sinful desires, after the lust of your eyes, the lust of your flesh, not knowing Elohim's word, ignorant of God, giving yourself to falsehood, chasing after things that will lead you to damnation? And all of hell will be thrown into the second death, which you know nothing about, because you have ignored Elohim. Elohim's name is salvation. He is your deliverer, Am Israel. And I tell you, there is no other. If you put your trust in something else, then you are foolish. And if you have your trust in nothing, you are just as foolish. David saying, God is my rock. But where is your rock? Your rock is useless. You say to each other, no matter what you believe, it is right, so long as you don't impede my falsehood. And so you call each other's falsehood your truth, my truth. But all of it is lies. None of you know Elohim. All of you reject his son. You say, his son? Where is anything written about his son? And you understand nothing. You have not believed the witnesses. The witnesses who went out into the world, spreading the gospel of God. You have not believed the witnesses who came before, the prophets who foretold the Mashiach's coming. God said, I will make atonement for you. God promised that he would provide for you so that you might enter his rest. Does God deliver flesh and fail to deliver the soul? But you have rejected atonement, and you have rejected salvation. Though you were led into destruction and led out of it, none of you repented. None of you understood that it was God who was against you, that it was God who gave you over to be slaughtered because of your persistent rebellion and your refusal to repent. The prophet wrote, I am, do not your eyes seek truth? You struck them, but they felt no pain. You crushed them, but they refused correction. They made their faces harder than stone and refused to repent. I thought, these are only the poor. They are foolish. They do not know the way of I am, the requirements of their God. So I will go and speak to their leaders. Surely they know the way of I am, the requirements of their God. But they too with one accord had broken off the yoke and torn off the bonds. Therefore a lion from the forest will attack them. A wolf from the desert will ravage them. A leopard will lie in wait near the towns to tear apart any who venture out. For the rebellion is great and the backslidings many. This is written in the Tanakh, but none of you have understood it. None of you fear God. But David sang about you. He's saying, I have a message from God in my heart concerning the sinfulness of the wicked. There is no fear of God before their eyes. In their own eyes they flatter themselves too much to know their sin or hate it. They fail to act wisely or do good. Even on their beds they plot evil. They commit themselves to a sinful course and do not reject what is wrong. Your love, I am, reaches to the heavens, your faithfulness to the skies. Your righteousness is like the highest mountains, your justice like the great deep. You preserve both people and animals. How priceless your unfailing love, O God. They take shelter in the shadow of your wings. They feast on the abundance of your house. They drink from the river of your delights, for the fountain of life is with you, and in you is no darkness but only light. I am said, Come, all you who are thirsty, come to the waters. And you who have no money, come buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk without money and without cost. Why spend your money on what is not bread, and your labor on what does not satisfy? Listen to me, and eat what is good, and you will delight in the finest of fares. Give ear and come to me. Listen that you might live. I will make an everlasting covenant with you, my faithful love promised to David. See, I have made him a witness to the peoples, and a ruler and commander of the peoples. Surely you will summon peoples you do not know, and peoples you do not know will come running to you, because of I am your God, Israel's Holy One, for he has endowed you with splendor. Seek I am while he might be found. Call on him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake their ways, and the unrighteous their thoughts. Let them turn to I am, and he will have mercy on them, and to our God, for he will freely pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares I am. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. As the rain and snow descend from heaven, and do not return to it without watering the earth, making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater, so is my word that goes forth from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but it will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. You will go out in joy. You'll be led forth in peace. The mountains and hills will burst into song before you, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands. Instead of thorn bushes, junipers will grow. Instead of briars, myrtles. This will be for I am's renown, an everlasting sign that will endure forever. Listen to me. Those who shelter in the Most High and make him their dwelling will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of I am, he is my refuge, my fortress, my God in whom I trust. He will surely save you from the fowler's snare and from deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his feathers, and you will find refuge under his wings. His faithfulness will be your shield and your fortress wall. You will not fear the terror of night, or the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. Though 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 by your right side, it will not come near you. You will only observe it with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say, I am is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, and no disaster will come near your homes. He will command his angels concerning you, and they will guard you in all your ways. They will lift you with their hands so that your foot does not strike stone. You will walk on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because he loves me, I am says, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him, and I will honor him. I will satisfy him with a long life, and he will see my salvation. This is God's promise. He said, if you acknowledge my name. But it is his name that you detest, that you disparage, that you sneer at, that you spit because of, that you throw into the mud as if you could. Solomon ben David wrote, who is it who descended from heaven? And who is it who ascended into it? What is his name? And what is the name of his son? Elohim told you through the prophets that God would be born through Israel. He said, I will give you a sign. The Alma, the virgin, will give birth to a son, and she will call him Emmanuel. Amen. And you will know that a child has been born to us. A son has been given to us, and the government will rest on his shoulders. And he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Eternal Father, and Prince of Peace. And so through Zechariah, he spoke. He said, 30 pieces of silver, the handsome price they valued me at. This is how much Yeshua was betrayed for. He was betrayed for 30 pieces of silver and put on the cross. Do you not know that when God speaks, it is true, that he foretells what is to come? that it is he who ordains it, that it is he who plans it, and there is no preventing it. And so it came to pass. And so he also spoke, saying through the same prophet, I will pour out a spirit of grace and supplication on the house of David, on the house of Jerusalem. And in that day they will look upon the one whom they have pierced, and they will mourn for him as for an only son. And he's had 30 pieces of silver, the handsome price they valued me at. He closed your eyes. He closed your ears. Did God not explain this to Moshe on Sinai? He said, who gave human beings their mouths? Who makes them deaf or mute? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? Is it not I am? And so he told you what he would do. He told you what he would do in the Tanakh and the Torah. He said that he would curse your father's eyes and ears so their hearts wouldn't understand, so they wouldn't turn and be healed. And he said in the Torah, because they have persisted in rebellion, I am their enemy. Who can withstand the wrath of God? Is it not God who delivers? Do you not know? Have you not heard? Has it not been told to you? Have you not understood since the beginning? I am sits enthroned above the circle of the earth, and its people are like grasshoppers. He brings princes to naught, and reduces the rulers of this world to nothing. So who are you, and where is your confidence? Where was the confidence of your fathers in the Shoah 80 years ago? They were nearly completely destroyed, but Elohim delivered them. It was Elohim who rescued you from Germany. It was Elohim. But you poured out your gratitude to the United States because you do not know God. And so you thank the Lord that lifted it. But if you soften your hearts and you repent, acknowledging that your fathers were rebels and sinners, and acknowledging that you have been the same, then I am will forgive you. Then I am will relent. If you repent, then he will relent. He will have mercy on you. If you return to him, he will return to you. And again, he said to you, how long will you wander, Israel? Return to me, and I will return to you. Yeshua explains to us, because you have seen me, you have now seen the Father. And Elohim said, God would be born through Israel. God bless you. But who is it that you spit at? Because you hate Yeshua, you hate us. But none of you has sense, and all of you will be cast to death. Though you spit at me, God bless you. And I tell you, you will surely die. You will be before the Holy One of Israel, and he will cast you into death. This is sure.
The Lord will bless them. And he's cursing in Arabic.